Hey guys, what's going on? Capra here for your daily recap on this Friday, June 2nd. Hope everybody had a great trading day. And, really interesting market environment we've got. So we had the jobs report come out early this morning, and it was another disappointing number, but really didn't matter here for the market. Market took it in stride, and I guess at this point you've got good news, which is good news, and bad news, which is good news. At least that's what's happening in the action here. So again, going to the charts here, you can see the S&P closing up here once again at all-time highs, adding to the gains from yesterday's action. So all in all, things are looking really good here. We also take a look at the Qs. They got their breakout. I had said here in the morning call that if it would get above these recent highs, it would prompt a more accelerated move, and that's exactly what we got here today with regard to the Qs closing at new all-time highs. And then you got the Russell, which tailed off there at the end of the day, but still just an impressive move that it's put together here after looking really weak. I mean, it's kind of caught itself back up here. Still has work to do, but again, really impressive move. And what's even more interesting, at least to me, is the fact that, everything almost literally was up. You had TLT bonds, which broke out above this recent high here of around 125, so it cleared that whole number, pushing on up. So that was, again, as I said, really strong, and a lot of that had to do with the weak jobs number, this flight to safety. But TLT pushing higher here today. You also had gold, which is a safety asset, pushing higher here today as well. And again, the market was up. You even had the VIX close a bit up on the day overall. So that too, very interesting to note. And also really strong, making quite the comeback, is IBB, right? After the weakness breaking down below these recent lows, at which point the next thought would be, okay, well, broke this support. Now it's got room down to this next level, assuming it gives a new setup to get short. And this is why we wait for patterns and not just assume something's going to happen and anticipate it. We want to see the pattern set up, and as you can see, thank goodness you did, because explosive move over the last 2 days higher, now above this resistance, looking like it's got eyes back to 300 and then possibly higher. If we take a look at the weekly chart here, you've got this extremely impressive engulfing candle where it broke down only to then reverse sharply back to the upside, engulfing last week and even the week prior, again, suggesting strength and that we should continue higher. Now, if we just take a step back here and look at the weekly chart of the S&P, this is a really strong message, breaking out over these highs. As I've said in prior recaps, this suggests it's just getting started. So we'll look for this strength to continue overall. And even on the Qs, you can see they've been really impressive. They might be getting to a point where, though, they get a little ahead of themselves. In other words, the momentum comes in here and they need to rest a bit. But back in action yesterday was, or rather today was, Apple clearing this recent range, so nice strength there. You got Facebook, which also woke up a bit, still not enough to break through these recent highs, but waking up enough to draw attention back to it. Should be following through here as we look forward into next week. So tech was definitely back on the radar today. Financials, on the other hand, were weak overall. I mean, they really didn't do anything impressive. They just kind of took the day off in a sense. They, as I said, didn't do anything inside days on most of these financials, so quiet there. And then if we take a quick look at transports, they continued with FedEx exploding higher over this recent range. I mean, this has been a long time range, so this is a really impressive looking weekly chart here now that's igniting a new move. We'll look for that to continue. So transportation names were really strong as well. Even airlines, we talked about airlines, and they had another nice day. If we go back to the daily, all right, clearing the recent high there for UAL. DAL also pushing up over recent highs. You got LUV, which struggled a bit more, but again was strong. So these airlines in general have put together a nice couple days. We'll see if they can follow through into next week. So all in all, really nice week. Hope you guys did well starting a new month here, off to a really nice start. We'll see if that continues into next week and ultimately what the Fed does in the week following. So until then, have a great weekend and we'll talk to you soon.